Hey guys, it's Kat, and today we're going to do one of the scariest makeup videos I've ever done with creepy eyes and an even creepier smile of Annabelle, the creepy doll from the first movie, Annabelle. And now they're coming out with Annabelle 2. The cover to this movie already looks creepy because she's crying blood in that deadpan stare she has. It's gonna haunt my nightmares. I'm a weird person who likes creepy dolls, so it doesn't scare me as much, but I still really want to see the movie. This doll, Annabelle, also made an appearance in one of my all-time favorite scary movie series, The Conjuring. She has these big, creepy eyes, these pigtails, and red lips, so let's see if we could turn into Annabelle today and get started with the makeup transformation. First, as always, I'm going to put a wig cap on because I do not have gorgeous, honey-colored Goldilocks pigtails like Annabelle does. And then I'm getting my favorite little trick to delete eyebrows using a glue stick. You can use a bald cap piece or Pros-Aide cream, whatever you find necessary to use to flatten down your eyebrows so that you could paint on top of them, because we want to make it look like we don't have eyebrows at all. I'm doing 1 to 3 layers of glue stick and powder. I think I used 3 layers here just to make sure that they're flat. But if I was doing a project where I went to like a convention or something, I would probably use something more sturdy, like a bald cap piece with some liquid latex stippled around. I am also getting my favorite makeup primer to smear on my face around those eyebrows. I'm also getting eyeshadow primer on my under eye areas and places I usually crease so that my skin will look porcelain doll-like later with the application process of makeup. Drying them eyebrows down with a hair dryer to make sure they are completely dry before getting my color corrector. This step is totally optional, but I'm getting an orange color corrector to delete them under eye circles. I have a lot of darkness on the outer corner of my eyes and in the bag circle hollowness on my under eyes. I'm also using this on my eyebrows to cancel out hopefully some of the dark brow hairs I have. And then I'm going to blend that with a damp beauty sponge to hopefully pray that this works and that my under eye circles disappear. And now I'm getting a green corrector. Again, this step is also optional, but I am going to correct all the redness on my face. I have some spots of redness definitely around my nose and little spots of acne everywhere, so that's why it looks like I smeared guacamole all over my face. Blending that out with the beauty sponge again. You don't have to get a beauty blender. They are way overpriced. My favorite dupe is the Sigma 3D HD sponge. Now it's time to get some foundation. I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation because it is too light for my skin tone. And I'm mixing some lighter foundations and various brown mocha correctors in my Graftobian face palette to make this grayish type brown hue light porcelain foundation color. I know that's a mouthful, but you want your skin to look like a dirty porcelain doll. Not dirty as in gross, but dirty as in it has physical dirt on it. As you can see, I'm not putting this foundation around the sockets of my eyes because I'm going to put some concealer there. I'm using my favorite NYX HD concealer around my eyes and eyebrows to make sure all of those circles and color correction is totally covered. And I'm putting that around my nose and on the bridge of it and a little bit on my forehead. And now I'm going to set that concealer with translucent powder before moving on to the other eye, because if you don't know, this brand of concealer dries very quickly even though it's really cheap and works great. Concealing my other eye now that it looks like I am one of those creatures from the movie The Descent. Has anyone seen that? Those goblin-looking things that are very pale, that haven't seen the light of day. That's what I am reminded of when I look at my face when it has no eyebrows and very, very light foundation. Setting the rest of my under eye and areas where I crease like my laugh lines with some translucent powder. And then I'm getting some cream heavy-duty concealer to conceal them brows. It looks a little lighter than my actual foundation, but that is totally fine because we want this layer to be a little lighter. It's going to pop out more because she has high prominent eyebrow bones, even though there's no brows on it. They're painted on brows. That'll be creepy later. Now I'm getting the lightest highlight cream color from my Graftobian Cream and Highlight Contour palette. And I'm putting that on my laugh lines and on the bridge of my nose and areas of my cheekbones where Annabelle has some very creepy highlight points if you look at the reference pictures while you do this makeup, which I suggest you do. And blending that all out with a Baby Beauty blender because we want it to look cartoonish and pop art-like, but we still want areas of it blended. Now it's time to get one of my all-time favorite makeup products. This is by Besame. It's a lip and cheek stain in their color Crimson. This makeup brand recreates makeup inspired by the 1920s to 1950s, and I thought it'd be perfect for a creepy porcelain doll look because it gives that glowy cheek effect that they have in the old school classic movies and beauty ads that I studied. Now I'm getting my Death Wheel Midnight palette, and I'm mixing some gray and burgundy with creams with my little tiny beauty sponge and contouring out the chiseled jawbones. I'm also getting this with a fan brush to put some laugh lines. You know, that creepy smile and stare she has. We were trying to recreate that with shadow marks, using this color with the fan brush all across our face, especially in the sockets of the eye and around my nose. Again, you really want to look at pictures of Annabelle while you're doing this makeup because her face reminds me of Pinocchio if it was possessed and had a really weird paint job. It's very rustic and messy and dirty, but that's why I like it. And I'm getting more of that burgundy color from my Midnight Death Wheel palette and putting that on my lower jawline with the fan brush just to put some shadow there because it's very dark there and there's a prominent line of definition, almost like Maleficent with her contour, but even creepier and crazier. And I'm putting that on the sockets of my inner brow bone near my nose bridge and especially around my eyes. She has these creepy, hollow, sunken eyes. I'm just defining my face even further with this darkest maroon paint from my cream colors with the fan brush and blending it out with my fingertips. I'm even getting some black cream paint around my eyes and then smearing it with my fingertips again to give that smoky effect and on certain areas near my laugh lines and contours near my chin. Now it is time to get some alcohol paint. This is totally optional, but you want a taupe brown type color paint with the orange stipple sponge to stipple on some texture around Annabelle's face. This is going to give her that look where it's very rustic because she is a doll that is possessed. You want to have enough dirt where she looks like she's pure evil. And then we're going to get some black cream paint with a very thin brush to paint on the hollowness of Annabelle's neck, where it attaches to her body and flips around and makes her head turn. Just the idea of this is making my skin crawl. But once we have that neckline in black, we're gonna get some of that more maroon cream paint and paint a shadow on her neck. Because her neck tapers at the end where it goes into her chest and body to where it spins around and has movement. Now I'm just getting some translucent powder to powder that neck paint we just did, and powdering the rest of our face as well. Then I'm getting some Anastasia Dip Brow, but whatever brow paint or cream paint will totally work fine for this. I'm getting a very small angled brush and painting on Annabelle's brows. She has very thin, high arched eyebrows that go very close together towards the center of the forehead. It's reminiscent of the era that these porcelain dolls are made in. And if you make a mistake on the brows, just get some of that thick cream concealer and you can fix it with that. Now I'm getting more black cream paint with a very tiny brush to shadow in around my eyes. This is the focal point of Annabelle because her eyes are large and has this evil, creepy stare. Then I'm getting more of that brown maroon cream paint that we've been using with the fan brush and doing more detail across her face, especially on her outer corner of her mouth. We're getting some black cream paint with a small brush and do detail of shadow because her mouth has this detail around the corners of it that shows a lot of shadow to where it drops down for her mouth to open just a little bit, like she's about to speak and whisper to you and creep you out. Getting more of that alcohol paint just to stipple on texture across the face again because I felt like it needed more of it. Now I'm getting one of my favorite dark red lip colors. This is from a Besame lip palette. I'm getting the darkest color of red in this palette and it's this beautiful, it looks like bloody wine, and painting that all over my lips. I'm lucky enough to where I don't have to change my lip shape with this. And then I'm getting some white cream paint to paint the highlight marks on Annabelle's face. This is going to make her very animated and doll-like, and it's going to give the illusion of light flickering off of her face and casting a high shine brightness as she's staring at you from across the room. Once that highlight is on, we are going to curl our lashes to prep them for some false eyelashes. Because Annabelle has fluttery eyelashes, I'm just powdering down my face again and putting some of the contour creams on my ears. And then I'm just grabbing my favorite mascara to put it on my eyelashes. Again, we're trying to make them a little bit more thicker to hopefully blend our natural lashes in more with the falsies. I'm using Violet Voss's Wispy My Name and gluing them onto my eyelids and doing more dark cream paint around my mouth portion and laugh lines. Then I'm just getting my Anastasia dip brow again, but this time I'm going to color in some lashes, paint those suckers in because I didn't have bottom eyelashes that looked just like Annabelle's, and hers are actually painted on her face as well. So I thought this would be a great way to make her eyes pop and stand out more like she's staring into your soul and about to eat it. Now it's time to get the blood from Annabelle's victims, aka red lipstick that resembles blood. In the new Annabelle 2 movie poster, they tease that she's crying blood, so I decided to get some red lipstick that resembles blood and put it on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna get some more of that maroon cream paint I've been using to define her face a little more, give more shadow and depth. Before getting Annabelle's wig, aka Anna's wig from Frozen, just ignore the little white strip of hair in her pigtail, but they look literally exactly the same. And then I'm getting some fake blood with a Q-tip to make it run down her eyes near her cheeks. Because again, this is a possessed creepy doll named Annabelle. And with that, we're totally completely done with our Annabelle makeup transformation. I am so excited to see Annabelle 2. I hope you guys are as well, and I'm so sorry if this gives you nightmares. It was one of the creepiest videos I had to edit ever in my life, but I had so much fun scaring myself. That's probably why I love to see creepy movies in the theaters. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now it's time to turn back into myself from this creepy, possessed, evil little doll. If you guys do this makeup or any makeup from my YouTube channel, please post on Instagram and tag me, #katsketch. I love to see your recreations of my makeup videos. It brings so much joy to my heart, I can't even explain it to you. Also, all the products I use in this video, I hope you know it's in the description box down below. As always, when you watch these videos, you can see all the products I use and shop them and all those great grand things. Thanks for sticking around with me and supporting my channel. There is amazing things coming up very soon. Huge announcements coming up. I'm so excited. It's making me actually excited about summer. I'm actually looking forward to Halloween. That's why I wanted to do a creepy makeup randomly in the months of summer. But thank you guys again for sticking around, and I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!